The Ethics of Working with Human Brain Based Organoids. Written by Coral Sawatsky. Voice log number 32, December 8th, 2025. Another day at Future Labs, TM, or whatever. Seems like we've got a new project from the investors up top. We're supposed to research human brain organoids, although it'll take a while to even grow one. Dr. Alpin is setting up the equipment we received. They should be able to play Pong or solve puzzles, which I'm surprised by, but whatever. It's some sort of AI training. In 30 years, our computers and restaurants will run on organoids. I, for one, think it's weird we're testing with human brains. I mean, they probably don't have sentience, but still. Seems like there isn't much to do other than just wait until they grow. It may be odd, but I'm a little bit excited. It reminds me of when I had sea monkeys as a kid. I wondered what would happen if I poured some of my older brother's energy drink into them. They grew extremely big, and we had to get rid of them. I was so sad. Voice log number 33, December 11th, 2025. After 3 days, things are finally starting to pick up. We have the exodermal cells floating in the spinning bioreactor. It's a new thing on the market. Apparently, it's going to make everything a bit faster. However, we already have some structures beginning to form that resemble the brain. It's supposed to take 30 days for the organoid to start forming them. I'm not sure if we have some sort of anomaly or accelerated cells. We will have to keep watch. Hopefully, we'll be able to go home for the New Year and Christmas. HR keeps telling us that we'll have a break in 2 weeks, but me and Alpin both suspect we're going to be stuck here for the winter. Voice log number 34, December 18th, 2025. It's been 10 days. Things have mostly been uninteresting. However, one huge thing happened. 2 days ago, there was a strong blizzard that knocked our power out for a little bit. Maintenance went home for the holidays, so we couldn't get the backup generator working. We all thought that the project was over, but after a few hours, when the power went back on, the organoids were fine. They had managed to retain their heat, and had actually grown in that period. We have no clue how they stayed alive, but me and Alpin are both grateful. Still, our anomalous batch is growing incredibly fast. We think they'll be cleared to do some tests, even though it's only been a short period of time. Voice log number 35, December 22nd, 2025. It's been 14 days. Now is the day that we normally would go home to our families for winter break. I miss my wife, as me and Dr. Alpin have been at the lab 24/7 for a while now, but we still call. Alpin misses his partner too. We both need this job, so we can't leave unless corporate tells us we can. I mean, can you blame me for wanting to be home with my family rather than at work watching some cells in a petri dish? I'll be honest, this interested me at first, but now it just feels like a chore. Everyone else is left for the holidays. Feels eerie. Just an empty complex with me and Dr. Alpin. Corporate wants us to save power by turning off all the lights we can, so whenever I look in the hallway, it's just dark. You'd think they would treat us better. Voice log number 36, January 8th, 2026. It's been about a month. Everyone is back, and after the holidays, we could finally go home for a day or two. Really nice to see my wife and finally stop being called Dr. Shipley. I prefer people calling me my actual name. These organoids are showing extreme progress. Only thing is, if their speedy growth keeps up, they should die within a week or two due to a lack of a blood source. Optic cups are starting to form for a few of them, which is very good. We also see the beginning stages of them forming a hippocampus, or at least attempting to. I'm hopeful that they will live. If they don't, our boss would be really mad. Voice log number 37, January 25th, 2026. It's been a month and 17 days. We got clearance from the ethics board to run some tests, more specifically in 2 baby mice. We grew and have implanted parts of the brain organoids into separate mouse brains. They seem to connect and merge with the mouse brain. I don't know why the investors wanted us to try this. One of the mice started trying to stand a week after the implant. They were pretty sure this isn't normal mouse behavior, and frankly, it's freaking me out. The other one just keeps looking at me. Its little eyes and head follow me. It makes me really uncomfortable. Dr. Alpin keeps saying that I'm just scaring myself, and it doesn't matter. But I disagree. We should be done with these guys after a few days. Voice log number 38, February 8th, 2026. Well, it's been about 2 months. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but within the last 2 weeks, the organoids have died. It was what it seemed, I guess. I mean, they should have lasted for about another year. However, our batch was abnormally fast. Corporate is pissed, but we are getting a new assignment soon, so I'm glad we're not fired. To add on to this bad news, one of the mice has gone missing. The creepy looking at me mouse is still here, but the other mouse is gone. We suspect it's dead, as this lab is not very suitable for life, if I'll be honest. Turns out corporate wants us to keep this last mouse until the end of its lifespan. I mean, I feel bad for the mice, but that mouse's eyes are just so unnerving. Sometimes I dream about it. Not vivid nightmares or anything, just kind of echoes of its squeaks and gaze. Dr. Alpin says it's just because of me being around it so much. I mean, practically every day we are putting it under scan to view its brain. Alpin named it Robert. The mouse, Robert seems to tolerate him, unless I'm in the room. If I am, he just stares at me. Feels like he's watching me no matter where I am in the facility. I know it's not true, just scares me, you know? Voice log number 39, February 28th, 2026. Holy shit. I just walked into our laboratory room and saw it. The mouse that had been free in the facility, it scampered away, still walking on its hind legs. It's been like 20 days since it went missing. How is it still alive? I was too paralyzed in fear to catch it. I think I'm going to be done with this brain organoid stuff. It's been terrifying me a lot recently. From now on, I am going to try to forget about it. Voice log number 40, March 15th, 2026. I know I said I was going to forget the brain organoids, but it's hard when Robert is still in our office. He has stopped eating. Alpin is really sad, but secretly, I'm glad. It's just, this feels too uncanny. Are they sentient? I mean, our scans have shown the original organoids had intelligence similar to a newborn baby, and therefore were not sentient. But what about the mice? Can they think like us? Was the other subject walking on instinct or sentience? I've submitted like 20 complaints about hiring an exterminator to come down and check the whole floor. Anyways, to get my mind off things, our new project is these maggots that are able to eat plastic. It's honestly amazing, just watching them eat a whole block of styrofoam. This is why I want to work here, because we can actually make a change, not just try to make profits through questionably unethical projects. I wish the investors knew that. Voice log number 41, March 22nd, 2026. Everything was going so well. I was speaking to a therapist, I was really into this new project, and now it's all over. The container housing the maggots had been broken into. There were tiny scratch marks everywhere over the plastic. Corporate refused to hire exterminators, and now this is what happens. Something odd is that our janitors quit. All 3 of them, all at once. Maybe they tried to form a union or something, but our boss won't tell me or Alpin anything about it. We're determined to get to the bottom of this. I haven't told my wife about anything that's happened recently. Me and Alpin were going to do a whole sweep of the lab after hours. See if we can find and kill the mouse, or find out why the janitors left. I'll be taking the voice recorder with me. Voice log number 42, March 22nd, 2026. This is the end. I don't even know how to say this. After a few hours of searching, we found the mouse. It had mutated from the maggot's DNA and was eating anything organic. It had positioned itself in an abandoned janitorial closet. It was growing off the mold in the walls. Alpin, he fell into it. It consumed him. It started spreading, recycling the energy that was in his body to spread, in turn consuming more organic matter. It looks like grass spreading over everything, but it's skin. It has eyes, noses, mouths, and ears. It's just me here, alone. I got as far away as I can from it, but I think it's getting closer. We shouldn't have played God. We shouldn't have interrupted the natural world. I guess things always find a way to reset, to create a balance of nature. Maybe, if I make it out alive, if this thing doesn't destroy this lab, or this city, these logs will be an artifact of the past. Maybe everything will be okay. Voice log number 105, September 26th, 2026. As I stare at the landscape of flesh, fingers sprouting from the ground like flowers, bones like small pebbles on the ground, I reminisce about the past. What I wouldn't do to be that scientist, tired of working for some corporate overlords. Now it's just a fight for survival. It won't be long until I lose, until humanity loses. As I know it, anyway. There's a new dawn, though. A new species to take over Earth. And maybe, just maybe, it'll be wiped out too. Maybe. This is the way that it is.